Well, hey everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back to Content Creator Breakroom. I am a creator with 8 years of experience. I've had 3 channels, this being my third one. I started so many years ago with the intent to leave my full-time job and do this full-time, and I am proud to say for the last 5 years, I have been a full-time YouTube creator. So today I'm going to share with you a concept that I have been using with my clients for a while. It will work whether you are launching a new channel or if you're just trying to breathe some new life into your existing channel, and that is the concept of the 10 fantastic videos. I'm going to go through exactly what you need to do, how you need to do it, and why it's really time for you to step away from the analytics, and I'm really glad that you're here. Okay, so a bit about my story. I had a 25-year career, and some of you have already heard this, but it bears repeating because this is still a baby channel. I knew I didn't want to do what I was doing when I grew up, and so I took a year off to travel. I recorded those travels on YouTube, and my first channel, Jen LaForge, was born. After a few years of doing that, I realized I also wanted to broaden what I was talking about, so I started a second lifestyle channel called Joyful Living with Jen LaForge. That's now my main channel. We're at just shy of 80,000 subscribers, and through all of my different income streams, I consistently bring in between $7,000 and $10,000 a month. Now that's gross, not net, so unfortunately that's not what I get paid, but it is by all measures a successful small business. And what I do on this channel is share not only tips and tricks, but also help us build some community, because it can be a very isolating career. We need coworkers. I'm a girl who loves community, and that's why I wanted to launch Content Creator Breakroom. Now, a lot of us right now are very discouraged with YouTube, either because we're an existing channel that feels like it's been forgotten, maybe we're a new channel and we're struggling to get those 4,000 watch hours. The rules seem to have changed somewhat, but it doesn't matter how many different videos you watch, everyone has a different idea of how the rules have changed and what you're supposed to do about it. So this thing we're going to share today has nothing to do with any of that. The algorithm can do whatever it wants. All we're going to do is come up with a plan to create 10 really good, really quality videos that are really going to take our channel to the next level. So the very first thing I want you to do in this process is plan well. I want these 10 videos to coordinate. They don't have to be matchy-matchy. They don't all 10 have to be on the same topic, but they should go together. So for example, one of the things I talk about on my lifestyle channel is home organization. So maybe I'll do a video following up on Swedish death cleaning and where we are with that after we, emptied out my mom's house. Then maybe I'll do a week on learning to live with less and how my shopping habits have changed. Then maybe I'll do a week on bathroom organization. Then I don't know, let's talk about our Christmas decorations since we're coming into holiday time. Then maybe I'm going to do a week about how decluttering my home has really helped declutter my mind. Then let's talk about all the things we don't need to buy to organize our homes, that we probably already have everything we need. We don't need to go to the Container Store and buy bins and boxes. We're good with what we've got. Then let's have a week where we're going to talk about the environmental impacts of having, owning, and taking care of less stuff. Then let's do a week where we talk about mental health, how much more uncluttered my brain is since my home is less cluttered. Then maybe let's do a week. I can't put those fingers up by themselves. Then let's maybe do a week about living with someone who maybe isn't as on board as you are. What do you do when someone else won't get rid of their stuff? What do you do about your kids? And then finally, maybe we'll round it all out with a week of overall how all of the things in my life have improved since I have learned to live in a more sustainable way with less stuff. 10 videos, just off the top of my head, brainstormed. That's what I want you to sit down and do. Now, there's lots of ways you can do research to figure out what those 10 videos should be about. There are now new AI tools here on YouTube. You can, of course, do a Google search of what you're thinking of talking about, but definitely stick with what you know your audience is looking for and videos that you're going to be excited about making, right? You don't want to make videos about things that you're not passionate about, but I want you to spend a concerted amount of time making a story arc with 10 videos that will go together. They're not matchy-matchy, but they coordinate with one another so that those 10 videos would be highly bingeable. A lot of you know YouTube is really pushing us to do that. If you can think of it as a television show and these are your seasons, what is that 10 episode season going to look like for you? So plan very well, spend a lot of time doing it, and do your scripting and all of that at the very beginning. Now, quick shout out to those of you that have full-time jobs, you're raising kids, you're caring for elderly parents. maybe all three. This is maybe not the time if you're super, super stretched for time to do the 10 fantastic videos concept, okay? Because this is going to require concerted, disciplined time. You're going to have to look at your schedule and figure out what could you say no to in order to say yes to this, because you're not going to be able to just squeeze this in. The number one thing I see with my clients, the reason they quit YouTube isn't because they didn't have potential. It isn't because they didn't have talent. It's because they just don't have the time. So you want to make the time, see how you can coordinate, whether it's with your partner or someone who helps you in your life, to kind of pare some things down so you can give this the concerted time and energy that it needs and deserves in order for you to be successful. Okay, number two, we're going to give each of these videos 100% effort. But also, I don't want you to go running down all the rabbit holes for the latest editing techniques or the latest thumbnails or the latest this or the latest that. If you are watching this video, odds are you have more education in your brain than, most people that know anything about YouTube. You're educated enough. I want you to kind of put a pause on that learning. We'll come back to that. There are seasons that are the time for that. But right now, I want all of your time that is spent on your YouTube channel to be spent on these 10 videos. So plant your feet firmly on the ground with the knowledge that you already have and give them 100% of the effort that you have right now. They aren't going to be perfect. There is no reality. You don't have probably, maybe you do. I don't have a production team. I don't have a lighting team. I don't have a sound guy. This is all me. I'm doing this all in right now. We're actually in my basement. So you're going to have to really spend a lot of time. And in a way, it's kind of a relief, right? To say whatever these 10 videos are, they are what I am right now. This is what I have to give. And people are really valuing authenticity right now. And I think it's kind of amazing how we think we have to have these really overly produced videos, but more and more we're seeing what they call the grandpa style videos where people are just talking to the camera. If we want really polished and professional, there's plenty of places we can get that. But here on YouTube, most of us want a more relaxed vibe. We want to know we're hearing from a real human and not AI, right? And that's what you're able to do and what you're able to communicate through the camera. And I promise you, you already have enough skills. So let's give it 100% based on the skills we possess right now. Okay, number three, I want you to have a marketing plan in place for all 10 videos before you ever start, and I want that to be consistent. Where do you promote your videos? Is it Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram? Wherever you normally promote your content, I want you to have a plan, and I want you to be consistent with that promotion throughout this 10-week process. So make each promotion look kind of similar so that people know this is a season within my channel. They get used to those updates and have all of those things already in place. Do you already have a newsletter? Make sure you're sending these videos out that way. Do you have a website? Make sure you're posting those videos regularly on the website. We kind of want a full court press so that we can be sure that these 10 videos have the best chance possible to either launch a new channel or to revive your existing channel. Okay, number five, I don't want you to evaluate or judge the videos until all 10 videos have been published. I know it's really hard, especially if you get to week 2 or 3. If the numbers aren't what you would hope they would be, it's going to be really, really easy to quit. So I want you to tell yourself that you're not going to look at the numbers, or you're not going to look at the numbers as much. Some of you have been looking at your YouTube analytics every single day, sometimes multiple times per day. It's not good for you. The numbers are going to fluctuate, and you need to give these videos some time and space to breathe to find out if the experiment is working. Around video 3 or 4, you're going to start to get really tired. You're going to be like, I'm tired, Grandpa. And he's going to say, you got to keep on digging those holes, right? If you haven't seen the movie, go watch the movie. It's so good. Anyway, you're going to need to push forward, and it's going to be okay for a couple of reasons. And the bonus number 6 is going to be the big reason why it's going to be okay, but because you're going to make great content. So no matter what the algorithm does or doesn't do with this content, no matter how the YouTube gods feel about it, no matter how is it perceived by audiences, you have faith and confidence in your own ability as a content creator to make great content. And so at the end of this, you will have 10 great videos that you're really, really proud of. Okay, so what should that upload schedule look like? That's always the question of the day, right? Should it be once a week, twice a week, every day? I think for the purposes of this particular experiment, let's go with once per week, and let's go with the same day once per week. Not because I think that's magic. There have been so many YouTube success stories where they publish just on whatever day of the week they feel like, and they've still had wild success. But moreover, so that you can have the discipline around your time, so that you know every week for 10 weeks, I'm going to film on Tuesdays, I'm going to edit on Wednesdays, I'm going to upload on Thursdays. Or maybe you're going to film in batches or whatever your rhythm of work is, but you know, come whatever day of the week, you are uploading a video. I think having that discipline around it will really make you take it seriously, right? Because you've made an appointment with yourself and with your viewers that you're going to upload that video. Now, does YouTube kind of like that consistency? I like to think that they do. It's what I've always done, and it's worked really, really well for me. But you're sending a signal, especially if you're a new channel, or maybe you're an existing channel that hasn't been super consistent, that you're taking this very seriously. And I do think that helps. The other benefit is as the weeks build upon each other, by the time you get to week 10, you're going to have 10 weeks worth of really bingeable videos, and hopefully you'll be able to take a break. We're coming up on that in just a second. And you'll know that you did it, that once a week you uploaded a really great video that you're really proud of. Now, long form or short form, I am a long form video person. I know short form, the rules are a little bit different. I'm not even sure this concept would work with short form. What I would encourage you to do though, if you're a long form content creator, is to use something like Opus Clip. There's also a tool you can use within YouTube Studio to make shorter form content from those long form videos. So think of the long form video as the marquee, and then the short form videos are going to drive people to the long form videos. I've actually been amazed with the channel you're watching on right now, how the short form content has really helped bring people to my long form content. So I think doing 2 or 3 shorts a week that relate back to that long form video are going to be really, really helpful. And again, that's going to build on that marketing plan and really create some buzz and excitement and hopefully some favor of the YouTube gods for those videos. So by the time you're done and you have put up all 10 videos, you will have done a lot of work. You will be tired. You have been consistent. You scripted well. You gave it 100%. You had the best lighting you could do, the best sound you could do. You did all the things that you knew how to do. And regardless of what the YouTube gods think of what you've done, I want you to take a break. 10 weeks is a long time to do anything, and I think you need to take 2 or 3 weeks and just step away from the YouTube. Now, I realize that's scandalous, and some of you just clutched your pearls, and I'm saying I think this idea that we can't take a break is not only not true. I've taken plenty of breaks over the last 8 years. I think it is dangerous. I think the time to address burnout is not when you're already burnt out, and if you've done 10 weeks consistently, you have earned and deserved a break. Go out, make time with friends, be with people that you love. And I would love for you to schedule something fun. Maybe it's a trip. Maybe it's like a vacation that's just for you that you're not filming. Maybe it's concert tickets or an outdoor venue or something else that you've really been looking forward to. But have that carrot at the end of the 10 weeks so that you have that thing to kind of pull you through. And on the hard days when you want to quit, and there's going to be a lot of hard days when you want to quit, you can tell yourself, you know what, it's okay because I have this fun thing coming up. I have a break coming up. And I think this whole idea of just uploading day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year is kind of killing us as content creators. I would love to see all of us get more in the habit of acting more like a television series that has seasons and breaks in between. I think it's really good for our mental health. It's really good for our brains, and it's really, really good for our creativity because most of us get our best ideas when we're not working, when we take a break from working. I would highly recommend you read the book, The Artist's Way. It's an incredible resource. It's really a way of life that I've embraced. She talks about that a lot, about doing artist dates, about taking breaks, about being out in nature and getting ideas. You deserve that, and you will be a better creator if you take lots of breaks. So I want us to do this in spite of the algorithm, right? I don't want us to cater to the algorithm in this process. I want you to make great videos that you're proud of because a lot of us have just been chasing after these numbers for far too long, and it's making us hate what we do. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to make content that I'm really, really proud of. I want to feel good about what I'm putting in front of my audience, and I want to let the results be whatever they are. And I believe in you, and I think you're going to make some great content. Okay, happy creating, everybody. This is my 10th video on this channel. And so I'm going to take my own break for the next couple of weeks. I'll be back probably at some time later in November, but I hope that you are creating well. I hope you're taking really, really good care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video.